Hey Yankees fans, it has been an exciting night for the Bronx Bombers, and there's a lot to unpack from the latest games. Let's dive straight into it, because there's plenty happening with this team, and some of it could shape the rest of the season in a huge way. One of the biggest storylines coming out last night is Anthony Volpe. Watching him on the field was something else. There's a visible difference in the way he's moving and connecting at the plate, and it's clear that the treatment he's been receiving on his shoulder has made a massive impact. The cortisone shot appears to have been exactly what he needed to get his body back into rhythm, and now he's showing some of that confidence and swagger that made him such a crucial piece for the Yankees during the 2024 playoffs. For Anthony, this game wasn't just a routine outing. There was a rhythm to his at-bats that we haven't seen consistently this season. He looked fluid, composed, and aggressive in the right moments, which is exactly what the Yankees need from him heading into the postseason. The way Volpe is heating up now, right as October approaches, is incredibly promising. When you think about the potential of him rediscovering his form from last year, it changes the dynamic of the lineup. Suddenly, there's an added layer of threat from the bottom of the order all the way through the lineup. The Yankees have had flashes of brilliance across their roster this season, but consistency has been a challenge for some players. Having Volpe back to near full strength is the kind of boost that can make the team feel unstoppable when it matters most. Looking at Volpe's performance last night, it's impossible to ignore. 2 hits, a run scored, an RBI, and a walk in 4 at-bats. He was productive in every plate appearance and seemed to be in sync with the rhythm of the game. That's what competitive baseball at this level is all about. Making adjustments, staying engaged, and capitalizing on every opportunity. This is particularly important considering the ups and downs the team has faced offensively. With some players hitting streaks and others struggling to find consistency, seeing Volpe step up and deliver at this moment can be infectious for the rest of the lineup. It's the kind of momentum swing that can carry over into a critical stretch of games and set the tone for October baseball. It's not just his bat that's creating excitement. His defense has been sharp as well. Anthony has been in the middle of plays that remind fans why he was fast-tracked through the minors and why the Yankees trusted him to be the everyday shortstop. His ability to handle pressure and make crucial plays contributes to the overall energy on the field. And when you pair his resurgence with the flexibility Aaron Boone has in setting the lineup, it opens up a lot of strategic possibilities. Volpe can pinch run, play in the outfield for matchups, or take his place as the shortstop, depending on what the situation demands. That kind of versatility is invaluable in a postseason scenario, and seeing him click at the right time couldn't be better timing for New York. Beyond just the statistics, there's a psychological element to this as well. Volpe openly discussed the frustration of dealing with his shoulder injury earlier this season. He mentioned how treatments previously felt ineffective or even worsened the situation, and how finding something that actually works has allowed him to start rebuilding confidence day by day. That mental reset is as crucial as the physical recovery. Confidence at this stage of the season can be the difference between a quiet exit in the playoffs and a standout performance that defines a young player's career. Fans have to remember that Volpe is only 24 years old and already stepping up in moments of immense pressure. The growth he's showing now will only add to his trajectory as one of the key young talents for the Yankees moving forward. Looking at the season as a whole, it's true that Volpe's numbers haven't always reflected his potential. A batting average below the league expectation and periods of inconsistency have made this year a challenge. But context is everything. He jumped from Double-A straight to the majors, bypassing Triple-A entirely, because the Yankees believed he was ready to contribute immediately. That's a lot of pressure on a young player, and it's natural for there to be some bumps along the road. However, when he's performing at his best, as we saw last night, he demonstrates why he earned the trust of the organization. His home run numbers have remained solid, and his overall contributions at the plate show flashes of the impact he can have when healthy and confident. The timing of this resurgence couldn't be better. With the playoffs approaching, every game, every at-bat, every defensive play matters. The Yankees need their stars to perform at their peak, and Volpe's reemergence could be the catalyst that elevates the entire team. When you consider the depth of this roster, Adding a player who can produce consistently in high-pressure moments provides Boone with more strategic options and makes the Yankees a more unpredictable, dangerous team. The combination of his talent, regained health, and growing confidence sets the stage for a thrilling finish to the season. Even in the midst of a bullpen that has shown some vulnerability this year, having key contributors like Volpe finding form is encouraging. The offense is starting to click at the right time, and the lineup is looking more formidable with each passing game. It's moments like this that could define a season and create momentum heading into October, when every decision and every play is magnified. With Volpe contributing both offensively and defensively, the Yankees are regaining some of the stability and firepower they'll need to make a serious push in the postseason. And let's not forget the broader impact this has on the team's chemistry. Seeing a young player like Volpe step up and handle the pressure can inspire veterans and younger teammates alike. It adds a sense of belief in the clubhouse that the team can overcome challenges, navigate injuries, and still perform when it matters most. That's an intangible that doesn't show up in the box score, but is critical for a team aiming for postseason success. The combination of talent, timing, and opportunity is aligning perfectly for Anthony Volpe and the Yankees right now, and it's a storyline that could carry significant weight as we approach the playoff push. Shifting our focus from Anthony Volpe to the team as a whole, the New York Yankees are showing signs that their timing might just be perfect heading into the final stretch of the season. Last night's win over the Minnesota Twins was a roller coaster from start to finish, but the result was exactly what the Yankees needed. There were moments when the game felt comfortable, with the offense clicking and scoring runs in bunches. But as we all know with this team, the bullpen has had its fair share of struggles. The game tightened up in the late innings, reminding everyone that even when the Yankees look dominant, they can't take anything for granted. Still, finishing with a win, even after some late-game drama, is invaluable, especially when you're jockeying for playoff positioning. Every win counts when you're fighting for a wild card spot or trying to secure home field advantage, and last night was a statement that the Yankees are ready to compete at the highest level. Offensively, the lineup is beginning to gel at just the right time. We've seen contributions from multiple players over the last few weeks, and last night was no exception. There's a sense that the team is finally finding a rhythm, with key hitters getting on base, driving in runs, and taking advantage of every opportunity. Players like Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, and Rice are starting to put together the kind of at-bats that remind fans why this lineup is feared across the league. But it's not just the stars carrying the load. The role players are stepping up, and that's what makes a team like the Yankees dangerous. Depth becomes crucial in October, and seeing younger players like Volpe begin to heat up adds a new layer to the team's overall effectiveness. Aaron Boone has a lot of options at his disposal, and that flexibility could be the difference maker in the postseason. From adjusting matchups to rotating players strategically, Boone can create scenarios that keep opponents off balance. The ability to move Volpe around the field, pair him in different positions, or use him in high-leverage moments gives the Yankees an advantage that isn't always evident in the standings, but can be decisive in playoff games. The combination of veteran experience, emerging young talent, and coaching adaptability is shaping up to make this Yankees roster one of the most versatile teams in recent memory. Looking at the standings, the Yankees are in a solid position, but there's still work to be done. Being 2.5 games up in the first wild card spot after Boston's loss is an encouraging development, but every game matters as the season winds down. Securing home field advantage for the wild card series would be a monumental boost, giving the Yankees not only comfort, but also the chance to control the environment in do-or-die situations. Facing teams like Houston or potentially clashing with Boston at home adds stakes to every matchup. The Yankees' ability to maintain focus and perform under pressure will be critical, and the momentum from recent wins could be the difference between entering the postseason confidently or facing an uphill battle. Pitching has been an area of concern at times this season, particularly the bullpen, which has shown inconsistencies that can make any lead feel precarious. However, even with those challenges, the starters have done their part, and the offense has often been able to compensate when late-inning struggles arise. The mix of reliable starters and dynamic hitters creates a foundation for success, But the team's ability to stay sharp and minimize mistakes will be tested as the games become more critical. Every inning matters, every pitch counts, and the Yankees have to stay disciplined to avoid giving opponents opportunities to capitalize. One of the most intriguing aspects of the team right now is how players are stepping up at different moments. It's not just about the big names producing, it's about depth, resilience, and timing. When younger players begin to contribute meaningfully, it lifts the entire squad. Volpe is a perfect example of that. His resurgence doesn't just affect his own stats. It energizes the lineup, inspires confidence in teammates, and provides Boone with more ways to configure the team for success. That ripple effect can carry a team far, especially in the postseason when the margin for error is razor thin. Looking ahead, the Yankees have a series of matchups that will test their consistency and adaptability. Each game is an opportunity to fine-tune strategies, solidify rotations, and make adjustments that could pay dividends in October. Every at-bat, every defensive play, every decision at the plate contributes to the overall narrative of the season. It's about building momentum, staying healthy, and ensuring that players peak at exactly the right time. And with key contributors beginning to find form, the Yankees appear poised to do just that. There's also the intangible factor of team chemistry. Watching the Yankees perform as a cohesive unit is exciting because it's clear that leadership, experience, and young talent are coming together at the right moment. The locker room energy, the way players support one another, and the confidence that comes from recent successes all contribute to a sense of belief that this team can achieve something special. When confidence is high, performance often follows, and that's precisely the environment Boone wants to cultivate heading into the postseason. In addition to individual performances, the strategic approach from the coaching staff cannot be understated. Boone has been proactive in managing lineups, adjusting pitching rotations, and optimizing matchups to extract maximum performance from the roster. The ability to react quickly to game situations, make real-time adjustments, and trust players to execute is invaluable. It's a combination of preparation, intuition, and adaptability that can often be the difference between a deep postseason run and an early exit. Watching Boone maneuver through these final games gives fans insight into how the team will operate under playoff pressure. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the baseball world, whispers are spreading that Fernando Tatis Jr., the electrifying shortstop who has dazzled fans in San Diego, might be packing his bags for the Bronx. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Yankees, hungry for a new face to lead their next era, have set their sights on the 24-year-old phenom, envisioning him as the next captain to don the iconic pinstripes. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the mere hint of Tatis Jr. swapping the Padres' sunny shores for Yankee Stadium has ignited feverish speculation among fans and analysts alike. The potential pairing of Tatis Jr.'s explosive talent with a storied franchise's history of leadership could redefine what it means to lead in New York. Insiders hint that talks have been intense behind closed doors, with Tatis Jr.'s camp reportedly weighing the opportunity to step into a leadership role in one of baseball's most pressure-packed environments. The Bronx buzz is already palpable. Fans are speculating how Tatis Jr.'s trademark swagger and jaw-dropping athleticism might shake up the lineup and energize a fan base hungry for a new era of dominance. Social media is ablaze with mock-ups of Tatis Jr. in pinstripes, and sports talk shows can't seem to stop debating the potential impact on the American League East. Could he bring the same electric energy to Yankee Stadium that once made Petco Park feel like a launch pad for highlights every night? Meanwhile, the Padres are reportedly bracing for the possibility of a seismic shift in their roster. Losing a talent like Tatis Jr., even amid whispers, would leave a void both on the field and in the hearts of their loyal fans. Still, the lure of the Bronx, with its championship pedigree and unparalleled spotlight, is proving hard to ignore. If the rumors hold any weight, the Yankees may be on the verge of unveiling not just a new star, but a new captain, someone capable of carrying the legacy of legends while writing his own chapter in one of baseball's most storied franchises. Until official announcements drop, the city waits with bated breath, imagining what could be the next big storyline in Major League Baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr., the new face of the Yankees. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.